2, 3, 4.
Hello everybody and welcome into World Cup Now. I am your host, Michaela Vernava. Ronaldo and Harry Kane go for hat tricks. Argentina, they can't do anything right, and Belgium are legit favorites? What is going on here? The 2018 World Cup is less than 2 weeks old, and I'll tell you what's going on. People are already calling it a classic. And why not? The tournament has truly had everything, and through the magic of social media, we've been able to track it all. Last week, we fell in love with Mexico fans causing earthquakes. Well, this week, it's those lads from England. The three Lions dominated Panama for their second win, but check out these fans absolutely losing it after John Stones' goal in the 8th minute for England. And after that, well, all you need to do is check out England's Twitter page, and you get the idea. Now, England isn't the only team that's looked good so far. Uruguay, Russia, Portugal, Spain, France, Croatia, and Belgium have all punched their tickets to the round of 16. On the other hand, there sure have been some letdowns, and perhaps none more deflating than Egypt and Mohamed Salah. The Pharaohs lost all 3 games at the tournament, but an injured Salah did manage to score both of Egypt's goals in the group stage. The poor team performance leaves fans wondering what could have been if Salah had been healthy. Also on the short end of the stick were Saudi Arabia, Morocco, Iran, Peru, Costa Rica, Tunisia, Poland, and Panama. But hold up, scoring at the World Cup, kind of a big deal. Scoring your first goal ever at the World Cup? Really big deal. So despite still being down 6-1 versus England, there was no way Panama wasn't going to go crazy for their first ever World Cup goal. That sure looks like a good time. But now, for an in-depth look at the 2018 FIFA World Cup, we turn to NESN.com's very own Marcus Omard.
Thanks, Michaela. I want to talk for a minute about Lionel Messi. The soccer superstar is under fire because Argentina, well, they're melting down at the World Cup. Now, what's going on the field, they have one draw against Iceland and a heavy loss against Croatia, isn't all Messi's fault. There's a big problem brewing behind the scenes. Argentina's players reportedly have banded together and tried to get their coach Jorge Sampaoli fired before Wednesday's game against Nigeria. Now, Argentina has to beat Nigeria, and they need Croatia to either beat or tie Iceland. Under normal circumstances, that wouldn't be so far-fetched. But with Argentina in pure meltdown, it's not going to happen. Now, I'm not blaming Messi for Argentina's struggles on the field at World Cup 2018. After all, their federation has been in disarray for well over a decade. But what I am blaming him for is being complicit in creating a poisonous atmosphere that's going to derail this team, be it on Wednesday or further on into the tournament. And that is the biggest stain on Messi's legacy, both as a World Cup player and as a club soccer star with Barcelona. And that is all.
Thanks, Marcus. Now, if you've picked the favorites this summer in Russia so far, you're probably disappointed. But here to get you back on track, it's OddsShark's Andrew Avery.
With match day 2 now in the books, Brazil and Spain are co-faves to win the World Cup, according to odds makers at plus 450. Germany, who got that miracle goal from Toni Kroos to beat Sweden, now sit at plus 650. Germany's still got a lot of work to do, mind you, but they just might be starting to click. The big movers are Croatia and Mexico. Croatia was 30-1 before thumping Argentina, but are now 14-1, while Mexico was 40-1 after beating Germany and now sit at 25-1 after beating South Korea. Good odds on both of those sides. As far as group winner odds, Group H has a ton of value left with Japan plus 135, Colombia plus 185, and Senegal plus 225, but this group is anyone's guess. Harry Kane is favored to be the tournament's top goal scorer at plus 200. He currently leads with 5 after a pair of big days against Tunisia and Panama. Last thing I'll put out there, if you're looking at betting overs, keep an eye on groups G and H in match day 3 if you haven't been already. 8 games played in that group, and all 8 have gone over the closing total. Back to you.
Thanks, Andrew. When Group B was announced, everyone looked at the Portugal versus Spain tilt in match day 1, and it was a thriller. But Iran and Morocco had plenty to say in this group as the battle for the Strait of Gibraltar came down to the final day. The night before Portugal's match with Iran, Iranian fans chanted outside of the Portugal team hotel. The noise was apparently enough to wake Cristiano Ronaldo, who politely asked the passionate fans to quiet down. May have helped a little, but not enough, as Portugal and Iran played to a 1-1 draw, while Spain and Morocco also drew at 2-2. So Spain wins the group and will face the host nation Russia in the round of 16 on Sunday in Moscow, while Portugal faces Uruguay in Sochi on Saturday. Well, that does it for this week's episode of World Cup Now, but there is still plenty of excitement to come, so we'll be right back at you next week with another episode. Until then, make sure to keep up with all your World Cup coverage at nessa.com/World Cup, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Original boy, I tell you so.